Alright fellas, welcome back to the channel. I need you to watch this video as it's going to provide context for a lot of the things that we're going to dive deep into today. So go ahead and check this video.
This is what they mean by if you have a good man, don't post. If a good man, don't post about him. I just saw a lady on here and she's like, I love my man so much. He is now picking out my outfits for dates and I love it so much. And she showed a pair of boots and a Halara lace dress. And she's like, oh my God, you ate, Alex. Alex, you ate with this one. Like, you got it. You got it, bitch. You know me. And the comments are like, oh my God. And then the comments are like, yeah, like Halara lace dress hates to see me coming. And so I click the little blue Halara lace dress because yeah, I want to see this dress. And like the second person is this lady, and it's like dong ding 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 dong ding ding dong ding ding, and she's like, and she's wearing the Halara lace dress and the exact boots that this guy picked out for his wife. And all of the comments of that lady's video are like, oh, Alex, is this who you want her to look like? I was there with you guys. I was like, damn, Alex, you got caught, dude. Alex got caught wanting another lady, but instead just buying the outfit of the lady or being inspired. I don't know. I think Alex is fine. Can you be inspired by a lady's outfit because you want to bang that lady? I don't know.
Now that you've seen that video, I want to introduce you into a growing group of women who will be single, childless, and bitter. Recently, you probably heard of the Morgan Stanley study that said that 45% of American women aged 25 to 44 will be single and childless by 2030. The trend, often cited from a 2019-2020 report, shows an increase from 41% in 2018, and that number is just going to get worse. And the reason why you want to be on the lookout for these types of women is because these are the types of women who have a dislike for healthy relationships, mainly because they don't have one or they can't get one. And so what that's going to cause them to do is create, push, and promote destructive content geared towards demonizing men and demonizing healthy relationships. Because anybody who would have watched that video that's a normal human being would say that, Alex was probably on TikTok or something and he wanted to do something nice for his girlfriend. He wanted to pick out an outfit for his girlfriend. And side note, as a masculine man, it's so great to pick out a outfit for your woman that not only you would like but she would like as well. And so he might have did some research, might have clicked on something on a video and then seen that and said, wow, that will look great on my girlfriend. Let me go ahead and purchase this for her and give it to her and surprise her with this date, which in the original video that lady was excited about. But however, when that video reached this growing group of single, childless, bitter women, what did they do? They said, oh, well, he must want to have sex with that lady, and that's why he's dressing his girlfriend up to, and by the way, it wasn't even his girlfriend, it was his wife. So he must want to bang this other lady, so he's dressing her up like her, so she can look like that lady. And it's like, in what universe do these individuals live in? I've come to the age where I've realized that I can't expect logic from illogical individuals, but that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to have something that's healthy, something that's normal, be given to these individuals, these hateful individuals, and they're going to twist it and turn it into all of these different things that it never was. And the worst part about that is because a lot of the people who follow these individuals are dumb, they're going to actually believe the nonsense that these women are spewing about a completely innocent man in this situation. And so you have to be aware of these women. This is why, as a man, you have to be on your P's and Q's when it comes to this. So what should you do as a man when you run into these things? First of all, you should vet these women. If you're in the dating phase, you should be definitely vetting these women. And then once you understand who they are, meaning they follow this type of content or they share the same ideology and beliefs as these women, you have to stay far away from them as possible. A lot of guys will say like, oh, once I figure that out, she's only going to be in the pump and dump category. She's only going to be in the smash category. Listen, I don't even rock with that. I don't even want to smash these women anymore, because again, smashing is still giving attention and validation. Yes, you're getting what you want, but again, what you're saying when you're smashing her and giving her attention by doing that is you're telling her that the actions that have previously led her up to this point are completely valid. You have to completely strip that away from her as a man. That's where your power is. The second thing that you can do, and this is honestly one of my favorite things to do because it works way better than you would imagine, is to socially isolate these people in your personal life. And the best way that you can do that is by simply, once you figured out who they are, is just leave them alone. I'll give you guys a quick story, very quick story of a woman I've done this to. I remember I was messaging this woman, and it was at the beginning stages. We were starting to get to know each other. And when I'm starting to get to know a woman, the first thing I want to know is basically how she thinks about certain things. That way we can see if we're aligned or if she's the complete opposite, mainly if she's going to be like this woman in the video. And so whenever I was asking her questions, she kind of had like these headstrong responses where, she believed that there was 50-50 in the relationship, as far as it's a partnership and we have to both make decisions. There's no leader, things of that nature. And so when I started to peep that, I asked her, I said, "Hey, are you a feminist?" And she said, she got excited and was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, blah, blah, blah." And then immediately once she said that, I said, "Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to work together. I'd like to stop texting you." And whenever I said that, of course, she came back with like this paragraph of basically like, "Oh no, I didn't mean it like that, and this is that, and that." But again, it was too late. That's not something I'm willing to bend over, because I know that that's who you are. And while you may be able to play good girl because you see that I'm a valuable person, I know that in the long run, you're going to revert back into your nature of who you naturally are, which is this feminist type of person. And again, maybe she wasn't like that, but if the when I've talked to women who are actually not like that, they don't even have an inkling of that type of behavior. And so because I understand that, anybody who's showing that type of behavior or that type of thinking tells me that they can be swayed, and that's something that I don't want to even have to deal with. So you want to socially isolate them. If enough men thought the same way that I did in that example, she would realize that, wait a minute, being a feminist is going to get in the way of getting the things that I want as far as a healthy relationship. And so it would be in my best interest to not do that. And so while there are a lot of women who are super prideful, they'll never do that. I know there's a group of women that will easily give that up if it means getting the man that they want. And when I mean give it up, I mean really give it up forever. Like they're like, you know what, I'm just going to reject that thing entirely. So that's on the dating side. What if you're already in a relationship? You have a girlfriend, you have a wife. What do? You have to keep a pulse on your girlfriend or your wife, meaning you have to be able to be an active listener, a good communicator. That way, when she starts to change her thinking, as far as maybe she's been on TikTok a little too much, maybe she's been on the internet a little too much, and she's starting to ingest a certain type of content that, of course, she's going to bring to your attention. You have to dissect that thinking immediately in front of her and communicate how destructive it is and how it will not be tolerated by you. That way, she understands that, wait a minute, the thoughts that these happen, could they be seeds in my brain and fester and like, you know what, some of these girls are right, blah blah blah, because they're in an echo chamber. That's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly what's been happening for the past umpteenth years with all this feminist propaganda. But as a man, you as the leader, you understand that a woman is having that type of, she's starting to get swayed, it's up to you to say, "Hey, look, that type of thinking, that type of thing is destructive." Now again, this isn't controlling this woman at all. It's simply communicating to her that it's destructive and it's not going to be tolerated by you. So if you want to keep that ideology, that's fine. You could keep that ideology, but you will not be in a relationship with me. And if more men started to think and act in this way, I guarantee you there's going to be a behavior shift among these women. Now, listen, it's not our job to save the world. It's not our job to save the country. If these women want to go out and do whatever it is that they want to do, that's fine. But it's up to you as a man to have strong standards and boundaries that says, "Hey, listen, if you want to go out there, just understand you're at the point of no return. There is no, I was once this and then now I'm back to try to get try to get you back in my life because I realize how important you are as a person. Absolutely not. And you as a man deserve better than that. So understand, one, you have to vet these women and understand who they are. Once you understand who they are, stay away from them. Number two, I'm not no attention, no validation, no smashing, none of that. There are plenty of women out there who, if you're into that, you can do that and not promote her degenerative behavior. Number three, socially isolate these people in your personal life. The reason why I said personal life is because, listen, you may be at a white collar job or your job in general, and you have to deal with these women. I'm saying keep it respectful, keep it cordial, but understand that that's who she is, and you need to keep it at that. Number four, keep a pulse on your wife or girlfriend, making sure that if she starts to such or slide these type of thoughts into the conversation, that needs to be checked immediately and communicated that that's destructive and it's not going to be tolerated by you. So listen, what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. This is just going to be one video of many that we're going to be creating, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace out.